Welcome to Costa del Sol. But where is the sol right now? Now we are approaching Halloween. Actually, Halloween is in 2 days' time, and you can see now the Christmas decorations coming up. And we thought it would be a great idea to show you what life is like in Costa del Sol outside the summer months. Because you might be someone who wants to avoid the busy summer crowds in Costa del Sol, or maybe you want to escape the cold winter months of Northern Europe, or you have visited Costa del Sol in the past, want to live here, but want to check what life is like in Costa del Sol throughout the year. Whichever situation you are in, Costa del Sol will not disappoint you.
In this video, we will find out how Halloween is celebrated in Costa del Sol, since it's a new trend and it's becoming very trendy. We will also find out what is the vibe like outside summer months, and we will go to Designer Outlet to stock up on our winter shopping. But first, my residency in Spain has come to end, and today I have an appointment to renew that. So let's get my residency renewed. This year, Costa del Sol is going all in on Halloween, with events planned in every single town, from night outs to flash mob and House of Terrors. Stay tuned, as later in the video, we will tell you about 1st of November, Day of All Saints tradition, where you eat bones of saints. I've got my appointment in Marbella police station, which is right next to La Cañada Shopping Centre, so we will park there and walk there. Hopefully it's not raining that much. We are making our way to the appointment, and it's literally raining a lot. Seems like everyone's got the same idea. Shopping center is absolutely packed, and I'm quite surprised that they have already got Christmas decoration up. Just last week it was 28 degrees and we were at the beach. My appointment for TA renewal went actually quite well. There was a little bit problem with the Modelo 790, which is the payment. It's only 12 euros, but the way they designed it is you have to go online, put your details in, print out the form, then take the form to the bank, make that payment, and then bring that form to the police station to prove that you have made the payment. That was a bit like orthodox, and it could be much faster. Take extra money, take 20, take 30 euros. But if you could give me an option to make the payment at the police station, that would be much appreciated. No questions asked, they took my documents and told me to come back and pick up my 10-year residency in a month's time. What a beautiful day it is today, and what a difference it makes. Yesterday it was raining, everything was dark, and even Costa del Sol did not look that pretty. So that shows you that how important the sunlight is. And luckily in Costa del Sol we get over 320 days of sunshine, and when the sun is out, look how pretty it is. The mountains in the background, the clear blue sky with white clouds, and every now and then you see beautiful Mediterranean Sea on the side. We are taking the A7, which is non-toll road that you take from Marbella to Malaga. As you can see, we are just crossing Mijas. Further up, you will get to Fuengirola, where the biggest shopping center, Miramar, is. But that's not where we're going. We're actually going to the designer outlet. It's got some designer labels, which we used to shop a lot in the UK because we had lots of money then, and now we have compromised, swapped our money with the sunshine. Temperature in Malaga is about 24 degrees, and that means we can still be in our summer clothes. We have packed for the first time in the year summer jackets with us. Look at that, just by the sea.
This is my favorite section of the A7 between Mijas, Costa and Fuengirola. Maybe because when you go through the curves and in the road, you are revealed with these majestic mountains, and you see Fuengirola, you see Benalmádena, and especially in the night as well, or like sunset time when you see the lights coming on, it gives you a very magical look, and I really like it. Now once you get to Fuengirola, the view gets a bit obstructed by the buildings.
Fuengirola is connected by the train to Malaga, so from now on all the towns we're going to see, they are connected to the train, and it's really good because you can hop on from one town to another town. this is another outlet, Corte Inglés outlet. So if you like Corte Inglés stuff, in Fuengirola they have this massive outlet, which we need to check, by the way, one day.
When we first moved to Costa del Sol a few years ago, the traffic was bad, but we are noticing every year traffic is getting worse and worse. I think it's because, yeah, there have been a lot of floods and more people moving to this area, but they're not changing infrastructure. And one of the things they keep saying about the train line, that they're going to extend it from Fuengirola all the way to, I think even Gibraltar, I think they were talking about.
Yeah, it's serious because they're going to connect Morocco to Spain, Africa to
Apparently they've been saying that for decades. I wouldn't buy in Estepona in Marbella or Manilva or Sotogrande area just based on that information that they're going to build a train line.
Yeah, I think it's happening now because there's a lot of demand, there's a lot of traffic all around. But even if they start now, it will take at least 15 years before you can hop on a train.
And now we're going to go in the section of the road I absolutely hate. You can do 120 kilometers per hour, the speed limit, which people normally do 140, 150, but it's lots of curves.
And when you see the cable car coming down, that's where you have the best views of the highway anywhere on this Mediterranean road. Look at that, such amazing view. And this curve will show you the view of Malaga in the background, and every now and then you'll see planes flying over from here because Malaga Airport is not far from here.
We like Plaza Mayor because I think it brings back memories when we used to go to the outlets in the UK. And the good thing about it is right next to the airport, so if you had to wait some time and your flight is not until late in the evening and you've already done enough in Costa del Sol, you can go to Plaza Mayor, do some shopping.
They just told me that if you are a client member, you get that t-shirt for 18 euros. And now I'm going around the shop looking for different bargains.
We say in every video, and I will say it again, we love cakes, we love sugar. And because obviously all the shopping, going in and out of the shops, I was getting a bit of a headache because I think I need sugar.
Yeah, one of the things I've noticed is that our style has completely changed since we moved to Spain. It's more like a resort kind of living clothing we wear now, loose and a bit more stylish, I would say. All the clothes we had, the polos and other things we had from the UK, different jeans, we don't really use them anymore. It's mostly like, resort kind of living, which I love it. On that side is the food court. Let me show you that quickly. I'm sure you've been to quite a few food courts in the designer outlets and shopping centres as well, but it doesn't have the Spanish vibe. And here you are in a designer outlet, but you also have an amazing Spanish vibe as well. And as you can see, there are a variety of restaurants, there are loads. In the middle you have children's play area, so if you've got little ones, you can bring them here as well. Look at the atmosphere around me, it's just beautiful. See, that's what I mean, that even though you are in a designer shopping centre outlet, but you have amazing Spanish vibe around, and that's the cinema.
Philip Klein. There was a point in my life I was obsessed with this brand, literally obsessed. But again, very expensive. Ooh! The sun is out. Yesterday was a horrible day. Today is a lot better. And it's about 25 degrees, 24 degrees. It's quite pleasant. And this actually reminds me, last time we came here was Christmas. It was freezing. And they have all these nicely decorated. I think they're starting to decorate it with a Christmas theme. But when it's actually the month of December, you have a massive Christmas tree here, festivity season. It's beautiful coming here in Christmas. They have a Ralph Lauren shop, and Aslam loves Ralph Lauren. So let's go and have a look. I don't have any hope, but let's go and check Lacoste. That's one of my favorite brands as well. Where?
Can you see it?
Where?
On the left, it's red. Over there.
Oh my God. Really? Oh my God. I kept saying if they have Swarovski, I would love it. Oh my God, this is new. That wasn't here before. Oh my God.
Okay, Julian is literally losing his mind because he keeps going like, Dios mío, it's Swarovski here.
I'm in heaven right now. Ay, Dios mío. There's a lot to do here. We could spend hours. There's a very good vibe. But we actually want to go to Malaga City Centre to see if there's a kind of different vibe, a more Halloweeny vibe. So we're going to jump in the car, drive to Malaga, which is about, I think, about 20 minutes from here, and see what the vibe is like in the evening in Malaga.
As you can see, this is the new part of Malaga and it's quite up and coming. It's very expensive. These apartments, they go for millions. And I'm sure they've got amazing views and everything, but they are really expensive. They're also making a marina here, just opposite these apartments on the sea, because these are facing the sea. And they're making, apparently there's an announcement that, like Porto Banús, they're going to make a luxurious marina just over there. The apartments look really good. Yeah, they're really nice, but
they look very good, but not worth the money. This is actually there where we started marathon from. And just a couple of years ago, it was
just two buildings.
Just 2 or 3 buildings. Now it's coming up quite quickly.
And to be honest, the buildings behind, like 5 to 10 minutes walk from here, they're still very cheap. So that is, I think, a bargain to grab.
We are 3 kilometers away from the city centre, which is probably about half an hour walk to the city centre. Which reminds me, should we park around here?
I think we can park here. But this area is changing a lot, and I bet this is going to be like the seafront of Barcelona, with really luxurious hotels, apartments and buildings, offices. So it's a good time to invest here. Okay, we found a new parking spot. It's this avenue, which we're going to put the name down below. And the thing is that we were going to Muelle Uno side, but then we thought, this is such a lovely promenade and we've never ever explored this area. It's absolutely gorgeous here. The sunset is beautiful. People are cycling, people are playing volleyball on the beach, people are running. And we wanted to explore this area. So we got off. It's about half an hour walk.
And also the car park is on the street. It's a blue zone, but it's blue zone means that you have to pay for it on display. But for 6 hours, it's €1.85.
Quickly, let's cross over.
And to be fair, we have never really explored this side of Malaga much. We've always been on the city centre, Calle Larios, the cathedral.
It's getting a little bit nippy, that's why we put the jumpers on, just in case. So that building behind me is the City Hall of Malaga. We have explored Malaga City Centre quite a lot. It's absolutely gorgeous, but we have also always said that this outskirts of Malaga, they are absolutely ugly. If you look from the highway looking down, it looks absolutely ugly. So we thought maybe this is a good idea to explore just outside the city centre, around this area. Port is just over there. It was a bit industrial, but this area, I'm liking it. It reminds me a little bit of Madrid, Barcelona vibe. You can see there's not the prettiest of the buildings, but
I like that there's life.
yeah, there's lots of life. Restaurants are buzzing, shops are open.
And that's one of the things I like the Spanish cities, that some people might actually say, oh, they don't look that pretty because they look like council flats, like tower blocks above power blocks. But then you have so much life. We are on our way to Malaga's town centre, more specifically Calle Larios. And we are now passing the train station. We know that right next to the train station is one of the most famous bakeries in all Malaga, and actually it's very popular in Cádiz as well. It's called El Kiki, and they do the massive palmera, which is like a heart-shaped hojaldre, and they're famous everywhere. It's inside the station, and the cakes or palmeras are absolutely delicious. But we still have a lot to show you, and we don't really fancy walking around with the palmeras around the city of Malaga. Hopefully, in a couple of hours, if they're still open, we'll come back and get a couple. But if we buy it now, they might go off by the time we want to eat them.
On the way to city centre, you will see this river passageway, which is actually been due for regeneration. They are spending millions of euros to cover all of this and make like a long walking pathway. It's going to be absolutely amazing. This whole area is going to be regenerated with flyovers, underpasses and shopping centres and beautiful atmosphere.
We are approaching the city centre, and as you will see, the architecture is changing and the life, the vibe is also changing. But one thing you will notice as well, there are lots of flowers, and some people are actually carrying flowers. So I think this is the perfect opportunity for me to explain you what Halloween is all about in Spain. So Halloween, as you know it, with the scary things, haunted houses, that is not really a tradition here in Spain. What we celebrate here in Spain is Día de Todos los Santos, which is the Day of All Saints, which is on the 1st of November. So what happens on the 1st of November? Normally in the morning, you go to the cemetery and you pay respect to the loved ones who are not sadly with us anymore. And then in the afternoon, you have a meal, and you have the traditional Huesos de Santo, which is translated into the bone of the saint, which is a sweet that we only eat during the 1st of November time, or again, Día de Todos los Santos. It's made of mazapan, and there is a filling sometimes inside, which is that the egg yolk, you can have it without filling, you can have it different flavors, strawberry, pistachios, and we're actually looking for it right now, and hopefully we can find some, eat some in front of you, and describe you what it tastes.
You will see lots of shops everywhere decorated, and every year passes by, it's getting more and more, down to the fact that we have social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, promoting these things. And of course, it's mainly popular in the younger generation. And this is the most beautiful street in Malaga, Calle Larios. If you have seen our videos, you know how amazing this street is, especially during Christmas, which is coming now. And we have got a video about how they celebrate Christmas in Costa del Sol. Please make sure to check the link below. But now we're getting hungry, and let's look for a restaurant to sit down and eat. I would prefer some tapas, or do you prefer ramen? Okay, let's look for a ramen place. Right after the Calle Larios, we come to Plaza de Constitución. And talking about the vibes, it's Thursday night, end of October, and it's absolutely buzzing all around center of Malaga. The thing is that I'm not feeling cold at all. It's 8:30, and I'm like still in shorts and half sleeves.
We have sat down at Lolita, and it's amazing location. The prices are really good, so hopefully the taste is good as well. We've ordered a couple of tapas, and I've gone for chicken with almond skewers, and you've gone with
Homemade meatballs.
homemade meatballs for him.
I just saw the name and it reminded me of my grandmother, so I thought hopefully they taste as good as my grandmother, so let's give it a go.
Let's try his grandmother. Don't like it.
No?
No, it hasn't got. It's got very burnt taste on the top, which is sometimes can be good. But I don't know, there's something about this tortilla that I'm not really liking. It's like the oil they used. It's not great. It's not olive oil, and it's just like refried kind of oil. Don't like it.
Oh. More food, yes.
Uy. A ver. Muchas gracias.
Nuggets, you order nuggets.
On the menu, it sounded really great, but they gave me chicken nuggets with chips. Not happy.
It's 9:30 p.m. and it's still quite busy. Shops are still open. That's quite surprising. And now are we regretting parking all the way 35 minutes away? Not really, because it's still lovely weather and we have eaten, and that would help us digest the food.
Living abroad, this was one of the things I've missed the most, like walking around and just see lots of people walking around, couples, families as well. Where else in the world you go almost at 10 o'clock at night for a walk on a weekday and you see children playing around? This is Spain, this is beautiful. The thing is that many people when they come to Spain, they think, oh, the best time to go is between June and September. After September it's dead. Really? We are end of October, beginning of November, and look at the light here. Look, I'm wearing shorts. If you decide to come to Costa del Sol, southern Spain, past the summer months, off-peak, not only you're gonna save money, you're probably gonna escape the cold weather in Northern Europe, you're gonna save money, you're gonna save on the crowds, and you're still gonna have a great time. It might rain one or 2 days. Obviously, don't expect to go to the beach for a swim because people think that it's hot still. It's not warm hot for you to go in a swim in the Mediterranean Sea, but for a nice walk in the evening, this is what you call life.
I thought I got away, but Julian just remembered that I haven't tried the bones of the saints. The thing is that I don't really like egg yolk desserts, but since it's Dia del Muertos, no, the Dia del Santos, de Todos, I'm gonna have to try this. Ugh. It does feel like crunchy bones. Have a look. I won't finish it, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. So yeah.
How would you describe it?
Egg yolk dessert, lots of sugar, and it's a bit crunchy on the top. It's soft, very, very soft, so it melts in your mouth. And
What does it remind you of?
something that you should not put in your mouth.